Hello, I'm Norma de la Peña, and it's my pleasure today to introduce to you an award-winning author of a couple of books already. I would like to introduce you to Dr. Maria Alma Gonzalez Perez, and I'd like her to tell you a little bit of background about herself.
I dedicated 40 years to the field of education. I work with the public schools, teaching English, Spanish, and creative writing. Always an advocate for the Hispanic culture in this country. And then the latter part of my career, I spent with the training of bilingual education teachers with the University of Texas Pan American in the Rio Grande Valley.
This was the Rio Grande Valley in South Texas, where I'm also originally from. And in speaking to her earlier, we share a hometown, Rio Grande City, Texas. She was near Zapata, I understand, Zapata, Texas. So I'm very familiar with the area. Now let's hear a little bit about your books. Your two award-winning books, Dr. Gonzalez Perez. Tell us about your books.
Okay, first of all, we have Todos a Comer, a Mexican food alphabet book. This is especially for bilingual, bicultural, and dual language programs. It includes one food per letter of the alphabet. We try to include dishes, drinks, desserts, etc. And the second one is a Spanish poetry book. It includes 50 poems on 7 different topics, such as love and family and culture, and we enhance it with photos to make poetry more appealing to children, especially upper elementary and middle school students.
Wonderful. How about research for your books? Have you done research for your books, or does it just come from what you know, your experiences?
Well, both. The poetry, of course, is something that's pretty spontaneous with me, you know. I go through an experience, or I have something that just crosses my mind while I'm doing something else, and so this is kind of spontaneous. But this book will be the most special book I'll ever write, simply because most of the poems I wrote them after my mother passed away. As I was crying and crying, ideas for the poems just kept coming. It seems like our spirit is in here. And this one, of course, yes, it does involve a lot of research, a lot of planning and looking through, you know, what is most appropriate for the age and so on. So yes, a lot of research.
Right, and also I'm sure some of the school districts in the area, have they used your books already?
Yes.
Can you give us some examples of places where your books are being used by children in the classroom?
As a matter of fact, we just visited a Spanish immersion program here in LA called My Escuelita. So they are our first out-of-state partners in education with us. Plus, of course, we have had, there's several schools that are looking at our books, and then, of course, we do have several schools in the Valley already using our books.
Wonderful. That's the beauty of having the Latino authors, that we can have books in the classroom for children that are growing up now that perhaps their parents or grandparents didn't have when we were all in school. And that's the beauty of this. And we're so happy to have you with us today, Dr. Alma Gonzalez Perez. Thank you so much again.
Thank you. Bye. Thank you.